This call is for anybody who's a new coach. Some of you guys started last month, some of you guys just started this month, but my favorite thing to do is to train new coaches, because like I just remember what it was like to be there at that starting point and think, holy crap, like what have I signed myself up for? What do? I don't even know where to start. And like there's all this information being thrown at me. And so like I tried to really remember what it felt like, what was going through my brain, and just all the doubt and the fears that I had, because I know you've got them. Like we are throwing so much information at you if you are going through your Coach Online office, if you are in that Vemma Phi, that coach training, it's a lot of information. So just know that it's okay. Like you're gonna be overwhelmed a little bit. So my job, and you know, maybe I'm not your upline coach. I know that some of you guys watching this, as you hop on or you're watching the recording, like you are part of our team Take Heart, but we are all here to mentor you together and to help you be successful at this. Okay. Again, you've heard me say it before, like I can't do it for you, but I can give you all the information that you need, and you just take it at your pace. So tonight we are going to go through some slides that I have to help you guys, like just give you a visual as we go through this. And you guys, there's a chat bar if you've ever done this before, this Zoom call. There's a chat bar at the bottom. I've got you guys muted because it just helps keep the noise level down so that you can hear me, but feel free. We're not a huge group by any means, and I like to keep our new coach training small so that I can help you guys, but feel free to unmute yourself at any point if you want to ask a question as I go through this, okay? Let me see if I can get this. Okay, there it goes. So like I said, I can remember what it was like to be a brand new coach. Like I started with the 21-day fix. I actually was a challenger before I was a coach. I don't think you have to be a challenger first. I think you can come in as a coach and do well at this. But I personally was a challenger. I was at that point, I was 33. I was struggling with my health. I was struggling with my weight. And I just needed something that was going to help me stay on track and that was going to teach me how to be healthy for the long haul. Because I was that girl that had tried like every fad diet out there. Like I had done the grapefruit diet, I had done tuna and Melba toast for like all 3 meals. I had done the Atkins diet, you know, South Beach, whatever those things are called. And, you know, like those things are successful for a little while, but I was 33. Like I had 2 kids. I had hormones that were out of control. I had a cholesterol that I knew was out of control. And I wanted to do something that was going to help me be healthy for the long haul and not just a quick fix. And so I found the 21-day fix. I didn't have a coach. I just started it on my own. And then later I found my coach and joined her challenge group. And she's the one that invited me to be a coach. And I will tell you, she asked me quite a few times before I actually ever decided to even consider it. And I mean, like, I just look back and I think now, like, how different my life has been in the last 3.5 years. But all that to say is that, like, I started at ground zero, just like you guys. Like, I started just like you. I was not a social media poster. I did never post on there. I might post every now and then pictures of my kids because I knew that there were people, like family members, that wanted to see my kids, but I was not like the social media person that you see today. So I learned all about that in these groups that you guys are going through. So that's why I'm always pushing you guys, challenging you guys to get into that Vemma Phi training, to get on these calls, to ask questions if you have them, and not to be overwhelmed or so intimidated that you just don't do anything, because that's not going to help anybody if you never take action. And so we are going to go through some things tonight that are going to help you get started. And I know that there is so much info out there. Like, there's so much stuff out there. If you've gone into your Coach Online office, if you've gone through that Google form that I sent you as a new coach, if you have gone into the Vemma Phi training, it's okay to be a little overwhelmed. Like, even our team page, like, as you see me post stuff in there, we talk about our calls and National Wake Up Call. It's a lot of information, but I really want to help you focus on the few activities these first few months that are going to help you build a solid foundation. And it's very much like if you think about building a house, like it's not built with everything all at once. It's built with just some solid key pieces that are going to make the house strong. And so that's what the way I want you guys to look at this New Coach University. And I'm going to tell you, I went through New Coach University like at least 2 times, maybe 3 times before I moved on to anything else, because I was a full-time teacher, as a busy mom. My kids were small then. And I just had to go through it a few times to get it and to really implement it and put it into practice. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about how to use social media, how to run a challenge group, how to invite people to your challenge groups, how to get them started. And that is going to be the base of what can be a super successful business. All right. And so that's where we're going to start. But first, I really want to talk about kind of what your options are as a coach. I have all kinds of different coaches that have joined my team. And honestly, I've been through like every phase of what you see here in front of you. You guys can see my screen, right? Did I ask you that? Can you guys see my screen? Just somebody say or give me like a chat thumbs up or something. Can you, Maddie? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I have been through every phase of what you see in front of you as a coach. And it's just because that's kind of been my natural progression. Like I started as a challenger. Then I wanted to really like get my Shakeology at a discount so I could see if it really worked. I'll tell you, when I signed up as a coach, I wasn't even that sure about Shakeology, but I'd heard so much good stuff. I did my research and I was just willing to try it for a little while. And like I said, I've been drinking it for 3.5 years. I've never looked back and I've never been healthier. So I started out for that 25% savings, and as you talk to people, like I've talked to a couple of you guys about this already. As you talk to people, signing people up as challengers, maybe starting them off as a discount coach from the get-go, that they're people that are going to commit to our challenge groups, are going to probably love Shakeology. It's okay to sign them up as a discount coach. I sometimes would call them a preferred customer, just so they save that 25%. And you save it on, as a coach, you yourself, you save 25% on everything. So if you order Energize, if you order a 3-day refresh or the performance line, your Shakeology, whatever it is, you save 25% on that. And you don't have to like actively coach in order to do that. It's a huge benefit to be a discount coach. Then I decided, well, maybe I just wanted to get my Shakeology paid for. I wanted to invite a few people just to see if I could do it. I put myself out there in my posts and I started to invite people, and I wanted to see what I could do with the business. Honestly, I was a brand new coach. I was working full time. I didn't have a lot of time to commit to it. And so I started as kind of a hobby coach for sure, because I had an hour. I had an hour a day to do this. And I'll tell you, like I've hit my goals every single month I've been a coach. But it wasn't because like I was super like a go-getter. It's just because I got into my coach training. I did what my coach told me to do, and I just started to see my business grow. And then after a few months, 6 months, a year, like I saw that I was consistently growing a steady business, and that I might as well go for building a business with it, like training other people to do what I was doing, and really look at growing my income. And honestly, guys, this, like it says here, I have definitely been able, God has blessed this business and enabled me to build a life of freedom. We've paid off tons of debt. We have, we are the healthiest. I say we, my family, are the healthiest we've ever been. And I am helping other women do the same thing. And so it's just a blessing to be here and to do this. So and definitely let your coach know. Let your coach know, where are you? Where are you on this gamut? Like, do you just want the discount? Do you want to help a few people every month? Or do you want to spend, some quality, like, chunks of time building a business for yourself? Because we don't want to push you to go where you don't want to go. And so definitely let me or let your coach know where you fall on this line, this diagram of what coaching is. Okay. And so if you looked at that Google form that I sent you guys as a new coach, you got in your new coach email, you've been through a lot of this stuff, and you also got an email from Beachbody with your first 30. And I really hope that you guys have gone through all of that stuff as well. But I do want to show you a couple of things really, really quickly. So if you go to your, let's see, let me go, where was I? I had all this stuff pulled up. If you go to your coach online office, if you log into your Beachbody account, you go to coach and to coach office, it's going to pull up and it's going to look like this. And there's so much information here for you guys. There's this training section where you've got that first 30, where it will walk you through setting up your websites, tells you what to do in the first 30 days, in the first 30 hours. And there are some really good resources here. And now a lot of these things are available in the coach training that you have, but it never hurts to come in here and to just start looking at this. Product training, if you need to learn about certain products, about all access, if you want some videos to share with people, if you want talking points, if you want to learn about Shakeology Boost, all that stuff, it is here. Like, you don't ever have to, if you can't, you should really and truly seek to get your questions answered here before you go anywhere else, because there's so much really good, solid information in your Coach Online office. This is also where you will check the news. You can catch up on national wake-up calls. You can see what the promotions are this month. You can check your orders from your customers, look at your coaches as you start to have those. This Grow Your Business. If you want to send someone a video, say about Shakeology, or like for some of you guys, I know that when I talked to you guys about the All Access Pass, I probably sent you this challenge pack video, and it just is tailored. When you're logged in your Coach Online office, all you have to do is copy that link, and you can send somebody a video about the All Access Challenge Pack. And when you do, it has your Coach ID attached to it. And that's a super handy tool to use when you're talking to people. You should have already set up your EFT, your direct deposit for your coach account. And I'll tell you, like, what I did was I just created a separate bank account for my Beachbody business. And so everything that I do, like my business fees, my Shakeology, my checks go into there, because if you don't set up that EFT, you are going to get a paper check, and it's going to come late. So it takes a few days for it to process, and they take out a fee for you getting a paper check. So make sure that you have your EFT set up. And definitely at this point, you should have already scheduled a one-on-one call with your coach, your upline coach, and talk to them about getting your business started. You should definitely be enrolled in your Vemma Phi training. This is what it looks like. This is the Vemma Phi training for the new Coach University, and this was yesterday, Sunday, March 4th. There were these prep tasks, and these were really good resources to help you get started. And so definitely go through those. Look at the basics. It walks you through a lot of the stuff that I'm showing you right now. They do have their own weekly calls, but I'm doing these for our team. If Melanie's calls work better for you at lunchtime on Monday, you can watch those or come to ours. But I definitely encourage you guys, like, I want to train you guys as a team, so that we are on the same page. Because I'll tell you, like, our trainings will have more of a focus on running a faith-based business. Not that Melanie's aren't. She's a very, very good leader. She has a lot of integrity. But for my team, I definitely try to dig deep into faith-based principles for your businesses. And so one of the things that I want to show you guys here under this, well, I think it's on every day. Let me see, on every day. So this was day 1. You should have seen the one about launching your business. There's a video by me. There's a sample post. Maddie, you were asking me about that, about how to launch your business. There's wording right here that you can use and make it your own, and you can launch your business that way. But for every day there is also, so like for these calls, there's a place to say, did you watch the call? There's a place to log your invites, and I would definitely do that. It's super easy to do. Did you send invites today? I didn't send any. I sent 1 to 5, 6 to 10, more than 10. And so as you do that, it starts to kind of tally that, and it's just a way for you to keep up with your business. Because guys, I'm telling you that these homework assignments, these things, these daily tracking of your business, that's what's going to make it grow. It's not sitting down, to send out an invite once a week or like every other week. Like, you've got to be doing this daily if you're going to be in that business builder mindset. Okay. But also, this is really cool. If you click on guides on any day of the week or of the month for that new Coach University, there's so much information here. Challenge group guides, information's about like if somebody asks you about a challenge group, there's some wording here that you can share. This is really good, how to interview a potential prospect, because when somebody says, hey, I want some more information about a challenge group, we don't just say, okay, you need Shakeology and a challenge pack and it's going to be $160. No, we want to form a relationship with them. We want to walk them through these questions. You don't have to use all the questions, but you really want to help learn more about people that you are potentially going to help. And by asking these questions, it builds trust. And you also get to know a little bit more about them. And so once you get them they answer those questions, then you can jump into explaining the challenge group. And guys, there's wording here for all of it. There's so much information here. You just have to like go through it and use it as you need it. Promoting a challenge group. Again, so this is just, there's sample invitations here. There's all kinds of good information here. So definitely take the time to go through that and to keep up with it. And that's Vemma Phi. Make sure that you are in that and you're checking in there every day. You will get an email with the same content in there every single day. It'll come to your email, so check that as well. We talked about EFT, setting up your bank account, that type of thing. Some other important information, some other things that you need to be familiar with and kind of bookmark. I would definitely bookmark these things. So when you do get ready to sign people up with a challenge pack, there are a couple ways that you can do that. This first one, tbbcoach411.com. It's called the Coach Link Generator. And all you do is you put in your coach ID. And so you can send people a link to a challenge pack if you want to. So say I have somebody that wants to sign up with an 80-day obsession challenge pack. All I have to do is copy and paste that link and send it to them. And so if somebody just wants to buy Energize, I could come in here and find the Beachbody Performance Energize, and I could copy and paste that link. It's got my coach ID. If they don't already have an account, it will make me their coach. So that's a good resource to use to bookmark. And actually, there's an app for the Beachbody links. You can get an app for your phone, and I use that frequently from whenever I need to. The other site is, we talked about this, is the ShareACart. Excuse me, you can sign people up with ShareACart. You log into your Team Beachbody website and you click on ShareACart and you just click new enrollment, and all you need is their email address and their name, and you need to know what they want to order, what flavor of Shakeology. You go through the steps, you fill it out, and it sends them an email directly to their inbox, and it makes you their coach because you're logged in as yourself, and it signs them up. I prefer ShareACart because it pretty much ensures that they are going to sign up with you as their coach. When you do it with Beachbody links, if you're not sure if they have a Beachbody account or not, it's kind of iffy. And then you have to go through switching them to you as a coach and things like that. And it's just a step you wanna skip. So those are how you will sign people up. And don't worry about, definitely take notes and make sure you know where those resources are. But as you go through it the first few times, if you have questions about how to sign people up, you can definitely ask me or post in our team page or even post in that Vemma Phi training, because that is what it is there for. let's see. So we talked about Vemma Phi. We talked about the FAQs. The FAQs in the Coach Online Office are going to be a really good place for you to get your questions answered, because you are going to have questions. You are going to have a ton of questions. And so in your Coach Online Office, if you go to support and FAQ, you can search just about anything. So if you have a question about Success Club points, if you have a question about like challenge pack sales, if you have a question about what's in the all access challenge pack, and my FAQs are not, like when I click on it, it is not pulling up on this computer. I have no idea why, but you can basically search the FAQs for just about anything. So make sure that you research that. That you use that tool, because you don't want to be running to somebody every 5 minutes because you have a question. See if you can find the answer, and then if you can't, then come to us, come to our team page, go to Coach University. That is definitely what it is there for, all right? And so the other thing I wanted to show you, most of you guys should all be in a challenge group, because guys, honestly, you cannot be a good coach if you're not making your own health a priority. And so one of the main things that we do as a coach is we are proof that the products work, right? You wouldn't sell face cream if you're not using it, right? But we are not able to help people if we're not doing what we're asking other people to come and join us to do. It's just integrity. Like we can't help people get healthy if we're not willing to get healthy ourselves, right? That does not mean that we are perfect. That does not mean that we have perfect bodies, that we've lost 500 pounds. That just means that we are all on our health and fitness journey, and that we are working towards becoming our best selves, to really committing to learning about how to be healthy, of working out, eating clean, meal planning, all that stuff. So make sure that you are in a challenge group and that you are actively participating as a challenger, because guys, I've been a coach for 3.5 years, and I will always, always, always be a challenger. I wake up and I do my workout and I drink my Shakeology and I share it, and I'm just inviting people into my journey and helping them start their own. That's really how I look at it. So this is the My Challenge Tracker portal. When you start to run your own challenge groups, you will come here from your computer to create your own groups, and it's super simple, and we'll talk about that later in the new coach training. So those are most of the things I feel like you guys need to know as far as websites. Do you guys have any questions about any of that before I go on? If you do, just unmute yourself or type in the chat bar. Okay, so no questions. Here comes the fun part. This is where you launch your business. And actually, I think that most of you guys have already done this for the most part. But launching your business is just putting your story out there. And it's super scary. I remember my coach told me it took me like 3 days to write my coach announcement. I put it out there, and I literally closed my computer and went to bed, because I was so scared of what people were going to think or say, or I didn't know. Now I'm fearless. Now I'm not totally fearless, but now I just I love to share my story. It is something that I have just really felt. I feel emboldened. I feel like God has called me to do this. I feel like He gives me the words. It is still scary sometimes. I don't know what people are going to say when I put certain things out there. But in the beginning, putting my coaching announcement out there was probably one of the scariest things I have ever done in my whole life. And so I just used the wording that my coach gave me. This was not actually the picture I used, but it was very similar. And I just closed my computer and I went to bed. And I just was, but when I woke up, I had the most love, the kindest words. And, people were very supportive of me. And I had lots of questions about what I was doing. Did most of those people sign up for a challenge pack? No. But a lot of them eventually did. So don't be discouraged if you put your coach announcement out there and you get 0 likes or 0 comments or 0 people ready to commit. Because, guys, this is just the first day of a lot of days. And you think about how many people start a health and fitness journey and they say, I'm going to lose 50 pounds. I went to the gym today and I'm going to really conquer this. And then next week you see them eating at the donut shop 10 donuts and they never go to the gym again. I mean, it's just human nature to commit to something and not finish it. So you are really just beginning to share your story, starting to build your business, like I said, based on your own health and fitness. And you just you start where you are. You start absolutely where you are. I don't care if you've not lost a single pound. I don't care if you don't have any weight to lose. I don't care if you've lost 50 pounds. All you're doing is you're starting to share your story. And the more that you share, the more that you'll be able to help people, the more they will trust you, the more that they will see that, hey, she's showing up. She is there again. There's Adrienne again with her workout selfie. She must be doing something that like is really working for her. There's Maddie, she's meal prepping again this Sunday. She did that last Sunday. And people are going to start to be drawn into your journey by your posts. And again, it's just something that gives you credibility and helps people trust you. And it's exciting. It's just the start. I know it's scary. Like I said, I remember, and I'll tell you guys, like I have coaches that sign up who never post their coach announcement because they're so scared. They just don't do it. And it makes me sad. I know it's hard, but if you don't put it out there, you don't have a business. And so it's just like, building a bricks and mortar business. Like you wouldn't open a restaurant and then never advertise or invite people to come in. No, you have to put it out there. You've got to start to share, and you've got to just continually do it so people know that you're open for business. And so this is just an example. This wording is actually from someone else, but you guys can read it. And this is my picture, but I use an example of someone else's words because you guys have probably seen mine. But I just got up and I said, look, I realized that I was in an unhealthy place. I needed to lose some weight. I had found a program that I could do at home. I could work out. And I joined a challenge group for some accountability with some other awesome ladies. And I lost the weight. Like I lost the weight that I needed to. I found a support group of women who were there to not judge me, but to encourage me. And it worked so well, and I believe in it so much that I want to help other women do the same thing. And so my coach has given me the opportunity to invite 3 people to join us in our next challenge group, and I want to help you. We're going to work out for 30 minutes a day. We're going to learn to meal plan, learn how to really fuel our bodies. We're going to incorporate some superfoods, and this is just the start. And I want you to start with me. Our challenge group starts March 19th. Comment below if you want to join us, or send me a message, and I will follow up with you tomorrow. Okay? So that was basically what my coach announcement said. And like I said, I got lots of love. I got lots of likes. I got lots of atta girls. I had some people that were interested, some people that never commented or liked, but they sent me messages. And I got up the next day and I posted my workout selfie. And then I got up the next day and I posted my workout selfie. Like people were either going to get tired of seeing me and stop following me, or they were going to join me, or they were going to be inspired in some way. Like I just knew that if I was going to get anyone to trust me, I had to show up. And so that is what I've done for 3.5 years. And now it's a lot, I won't say easier. I guess it is easier. But my story is out there. My story is established. My story is always changing. It doesn't grow stagnant, but people trust me because I've been consistent in this area of coaching. And so don't be discouraged by your first post or your first month of posts. My first posts were terribly sloppy. They were terribly sloppy. And in my first month, I did hit Success Club, but it wasn't easy. Like I had to learn to talk to people and to put myself out there. One thing that's really important about launching your business and about any post really is use your own pictures. Like don't use a stock photo. Don't use your Shakeology box or anything, or like a picture of Autumn Calabrese. Post a picture of you, even if you don't have a transformation or you don't need a transformation. Your posts, your workout selfies, your coming out posts should be a picture of you, because people are going to be drawn to you and not a stock photo. They will scroll straight back past the stock photo. Excuse me. And I don't use the word Beachbody. I don't post links in my posts. Like, I'm sure that people who know who I am or know about Beachbody know that I'm a coach. But for the most part, if you went to my page, you're not going to know that like I coach for Beachbody, because Beachbody is awesome and wonderful. But I want to encourage women, and Beachbody is like an umbrella. It allows me to do what I feel like God has called me to do. It provides the income, provides the resources, provides the community. But I want to do more than just be a Beachbody coach. So I don't really use that word a lot. I don't even use the word like 21-day fix a lot anymore. I did in the beginning because that's what I was doing. But you know, just definitely keep it real, keep it you, and focus on that, and make women your mission. You know, like, I know it's scary to put this stuff out there, but I think back and I look back over the past few years, and if I hadn't been able or been willing to put myself out there, like, I would not have been able to help the people that God has led me to help. So just make women your mission as you, and think about that as you put yourself out there. This is another example of a post. She says, for years, I thought that I had to go to the gym to lose weight. I thought you had to eat low-fat, fat-free food that was tasteless to lose weight. I struggled for 2 years after having my boys to get the pounds off. This is Melanie, I think. I couldn't fit into a single pair of pre-pregnancy jeans. And it's, so you see, she's not saying, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, come and join my challenge group. She's telling her story. She's talking about the struggles that she had. And so when I gave you guys that example, that outline of how to make a challenge group post, that's what I wanted you to do. You know, like, I used to feel this way. I figured out that I needed to do this. This is what I did, and now I'm here, right? So just share your story, share the reality, share the struggles, share what you decided to do that made a difference, and say, now I want you to come and do it with me. I want you to join me on this journey, and we will do it together. And people will be drawn to you and to your story in your challenge group post, in your coach announcement, in all of that stuff. And as far as photos, like, guys, there are so many apps that you can use. I wonder if I can, let me do this. I think we talked a little bit about this at some point, but I want to show you again what some of my favorite apps are for stuff like this. Let's see. I got the iPhone XS today. It's awesome. Okay, let's see. And I still haven't quite figured out how to use it. Okay. So these are, okay. Can you guys see that? My phone screen? Can't see my phone? Okay, hold on. Let me do this again. Now you see me. Okay. Now can you see it? My phone? You can? Okay. All right. So these are some of my favorite apps that I use. I use these every single day. Vemma Phi is one that you can, like, if I want to do a collage, like a side-by-side, I can go in there and I can go to my camera roll and I can pick like 2 people. Milo was taking pictures with my phone tonight. This will do like a side-by-side of photos. You can change the layout. You could do all kinds of different stuff. You can even put words over the photo. So if you want to, let's see, I think it does like, let's see. You can do artwork, do things like that. It's pretty cool. I don't put words on my photos like I used to as much, but sometimes I do like to do that just if I'm trying to make a point, or just say something special. But let's see, I use Vemma Phi. I use Word Swag a lot. Like, if I do want to put words on my photo, it's super simple to use. You can even, you know, we're talking about so much about stories, that you can even do like IG stories in here with if you go over there to where it says IG stories and click on it, it will become the shape of what you want it to. And then you can put some words over top of it and just make it whatever you want to. Change the style. It's really fun to use. Like, I like to play with these apps a lot. And so that is another one. And then let's see. Snapseed is what I use to kind of edit my photos, to give them that, you know, most of my photos have this kind of like grainy look to them. Look at Milo. This is too cute. Okay. So a lot of my photos have this like certain kind of finish to them, and I use Snapseed to do that. And it's really fun. Again, you just play with it until you get what you want it to look like. And so I can change the shadows. I can make it grainy. I can do all that fun stuff to it. So Snapseed is really one of my favorite apps. And then I put that white square. If you follow me on Instagram, I put that white square around my photos so it kind of looks a little bit cleaner. And all you do is you pick a photo and then you make it, put the little square around it, and you hit the check mark and you save it. So those are some of my favorite photo apps. Layout is another one. Like if you want to do if you want to do like a collage or something for Instagram, it lets you do it by just picking some of your photos and putting them together in like a layout. And I can do that any kind of collage that I want to. So you don't have to be like an expert when it comes to photos and things, but definitely be willing to play with those things to make good quality photos, because people are going to read your post based on the photo that you use. So if you're using a lot of stock photos or quotes from the internet, you know, people are just going to kind of scroll past that. But if you take pictures of you take pictures of your own food, pictures of your kids, you know, things like that. You can still put words over the photos, but make sure that they are pictures of you for sure. And so as you start to post, and I'm going to share something with you guys in our team page when I get off this call, it's a calendar. And I'm going to actually give you a calendar, a month-long calendar with ideas about what to post each day, and think what is, you know, how to share your story, how to breadcrumb your story, how to talk about your why, how to share without like writing a whole book. Although sometimes I do write. I feel like I write a book every time I make a post. But oops, I'm not sharing my screen with you guys, am I? So we're really gonna talk about a lot of that as we go through this Coach University. And the biggest piece of advice that I can give you guys, to you, Melanie, to you, Maddie, to you, Adrian, is to just be yourself. Because again, for too long, I followed a bunch of coaches, and I would really and truly like copy their style or copy their words because I wasn't confident in my own story. But the more that you are you, even if it's sloppy and it's messy and maybe you don't make a whole lot of sense every time, you're going to have to look at these posts as your pictures, as everything, as practice. You are practicing coaching, just like you would go to a new job, just like you would start a brand new job and you don't know where the copy machine is, you don't know where everything's at, you don't know how your boss wants you to write something. You are your own boss, but you are practicing, you are learning and kind of grasping your way through to learning how to run your own business. And you can look at it as hard and challenging, or you can look at it as fun and challenging, because the more you do this, the more you post, the more you share, the more you use these apps, the more you tell your story, the easier it's going to become. And you're really going to come into your voice and becoming who God wants you to be. Like, I never expected that coaching would be such a spiritual journey. But I tell you, like, today, my faith is 10 times stronger than it was 4 years ago. And it's because it's been hard at times. It's because I've started and I wanted to quit, but I always felt God telling me, you know, Rachel, this is where I want you. This is what I want you to do. And, you know, I would know that. I would get that confirmation from a message from somebody who was following me that I didn't know was following me, or a challenger would tell me and message me and say, Rachel, you know, like, I've worked out every day this week. I haven't done that since it's in like 10 years. And my husband told me that he was so proud of me. He like never tells me that. And you know, just God sent me these confirmations like on a, not every day, but when I needed them. And so just be yourself, share your story, and tell bits and pieces of your story through your posts, okay? Through your messages. You're going to breadcrumb your story. You're going to talk about why you're doing it. And you don't have to use a lot of words. You don't have to write like I write, or like Christy writes, or like anybody else. But you just got to share your story and invite people to do it with you. Give clear calls to action if you want people to take action, okay? And so when I say give a clear call to action, that is like, you know, comment below, or like this post if you want more information. Send me a message, or drop a heart below. I love to do that one. Like, drop a heart below, or drop a I'm ready, you know, write it in all caps. I'm ready. Write that below and I'll send you some information, okay? And so that's how you're going to start sharing your story. Put that coach announcement out there, and then start sharing your workout selfies. You're going to use IG stories, guys. You're going to make the most out of IG stories. That is so awesome. It's a great place to just share kind of the real raw stuff, whether it's your workout selfies, whether it's a recipe that's gone bad, or just something fun that you're doing with your family. IG stories is a great place to be real, and again, to invite people to do this with you. You can do live videos, you can do polls, you can do funny pics, you can do whatever you want to, but ask people to do something from time to time. Comment on this, give them a poll to answer. Do you want to join my March 19th accountability group? Do you want a free meal plan? Do you want this? Do you know how to do this? Just use those polls, have fun with them, and give people clear calls to action. And those are conversation starters. So people who start to like your posts, people who start to comment on your posts, people who are watching your stories, those are people that you're going to reach out to, and you're going to invite, and you're going to say, hey, thanks so much for sharing the love or following my journey. Do you have any health and fitness goals yourself? You're going to start conversations with those people. As far as product knowledge, of course, there's lots out there. I definitely encourage you guys to dig deep. We're going to share some stuff in the Coach University to educate you on like Shakeology and the workout programs. You guys should all be doing a Beachbody workout program and drinking Shakeology. And so you're going to get your own experience that you're going to begin to share with those. But there's lots of stuff out there. There's the performance line, there's a 3-day refresh, there's, obviously Shakeology and the workouts. But just over time, I encourage you guys to start trying some different things, try different flavors of Shakeology. We have that coach pack that I showed you guys in our team page, where you can actually get samples of everything. Like, I would definitely get that, so you have some experience with a lot of different things, so you can talk about them. But don't feel like you have to be using everything right now. But all right, so let's go back to pictures for just a minute. I showed you guys some of my favorite apps. Some of the biggest things some things I want you to know, like right now today. Make your profile public. On Instagram or on Facebook, your profile needs to be public. Why? Because, and this is scary for a lot of people, I didn't want to do it either because I had kids, and I was like, I don't want people seeing my kids. But it needs to be public because people can't find you if it's not. So Melanie, you've been posting awesome meal prep things, and you've been consistent in your workout selfies. Somebody's watching you, and they are going to say, hey, you said something about wanting to lose weight. Melanie's been doing something she's been posting about. You should go check her out. If your profile is private, then somebody who's not your friends cannot find your posts, okay? So that's one thing. Your profile picture needs to be a picture of you. It should not be a picture of your dog. It should not be a picture of your cat. It needs to be a picture of you, a clear picture of you, so that when somebody does come to your page, they look at your profile picture and they're like, oh, that's Melanie. That's Maddie. She looks like somebody I would relate to, because you are your business. You are your door front. And so if you don't have clear pictures of yourself, people will not relate to you, okay? As far as your social media posts, I've said this quite a few times, you need to have pictures of you. They have to be your pictures. They have to be your words. Don't copy somebody else. Don't use stock photos. If you go to my Instagram page, you're not going to find a lot of pictures of anyone but me and my family. All right, I'm going to show you really quickly. Now, in the beginning, I will tell you, I was not good at this. In the beginning, I love to use stock photos because I was super uncomfortable. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to pull up. But this is something I do once a week. I will scroll through my Instagram feed and just look at my posts, and I'll say okay, so there were 3 pictures of me in a row. I probably need to switch that up a little bit. But art, just if I went to my page and I just scrolled through, would I be drawn in to my social media feed? Okay. And so again, these are just that's a picture of my food. I didn't take a picture off the internet. I took a picture of my food. And again, and I just try to diversify it a little bit so people come to my page and they know who I am. They know that I'm about health and fitness, but they also know that I'm a mom of boys. I love Jesus. I love to eat well. And throw in some other stuff in there as well. And so that is something I challenge you guys to do, is to just evaluate evaluate your social media posts and ask somebody to do it for you. Don't be afraid to say, hey, Rachel, go check out my post from this last week. Do you have any suggestions? Like, I'm going to be real with you. Definitely use good lighting. You don't have to spend a lot of money. This is one of my favorite tools in the whole world. It's like a big circle light, but it was a little bit more expensive. I didn't get that until last year. It was like $100 and something. But if your room is dark, see this little circle ring light? That's what this thing is. It's from Amazon. It was like $8. Okay, and it's pretty powerful. I think my batteries have gone down a little bit, but it really makes a big difference in your photos. Get a selfie stick. For the longest time, I used one of these little stands for my pictures to hold my phone up. And they usually come with one of these little like Bluetooth remotes that connects to your phone. And so you can actually like snap a picture of yourself from across the room, or you can have it start videoing you from across the room. And so these things aren't expensive, but they are good tools that will make a difference in your photos. So definitely invest a little bit in making sure that you have good lighting, good photos. And then this is the heart of what we're going to do, guys. Like, this is the heart of what you are going to do as a coach, these 4 vital behaviors. And we are going to talk about them over and over and over and over again as you are a coach. Like, I will tell you, I do these things. I have done these things every single day. Maybe not every single day, maybe like 99% of the time that I have been a coach. And I really and truly, honestly, like, I work really hard Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday, I do a power hour most Saturdays, but the bulk of my power hours doing the 4 vital behaviors happen Monday through Sunday, because I do have to commit time on Sunday, obviously, to the Lord and to my family. And so, like, I definitely encourage you guys, don't skip these things. Log into your Coach University, do the behaviors, check them off in that Vemma Phi training, and then move on knowing that you have done something each and every day to move your business forward. Inviting. If we don't invite people to join a challenge group, then we're never going to grow our business. We're not going to help people reach their health and fitness goals. One invite, I sent you guys this message today in our little group thread on Facebook. Like, just make a list tonight of 20, 30 people that you know that you would like to invite to a challenge group, and send them this message. Just say, hey, I just started working out at home, learning how to meal plan, how to eat clean. I've joined a group of other women that are doing it too, and I wanted to see if you wanted to start this journey with me. Do you have any health and fitness goals you'd like to work on together? Like, you can just send that message to that list of 20 or 30 people. And as they come back, you can go back and you can start to ask them those questions that I showed you, that I shared with you in the Coach University. Ask some questions about what are your goals for your health? How much time do you have to work out? What is preventing you from hitting those goals? Do you struggle with eating? Do you struggle with the workouts? Do you struggle with having the time? Talk to me. Tell me what you want to do. And then you can explain the challenge group, explain the challenge pack, and then let them make the decision about the challenge group. But don't shy away from inviting people. Be bold in inviting people. If you're consistent in posting and adding value and sharing tips and recipes, you have every reason in the world to be confident in inviting people to a challenge group. People are going to say no. Lots of people are going to say no, especially in the beginning, because they just don't get it. But the way I look at it is, people tell me no, not because it's not for them, but because they need some more information. And it's my job to provide that information, either through my posts or through a conversation or somehow. But just be genuine, be open, be bold, but share with your heart when you invite people. And people will see that. They will relate to you. We already talked about being proof of the products. Do your workouts, drink your Shakeology, share about it, be a walking success story, okay? Do your personal development. I've told everybody, I think, that you are going to read The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It's an awesome book. It's not hard to read. And as you start to read it from a business standpoint and even from a fitness standpoint, it is going to scream at you. It is going to give you things to talk about. It is going to help you to remain consistent in doing these vital behaviors. Recognition is, recognizing other people, whether it's coaches or challengers or just friends. Like today I did that Mom Crush Monday. It's really important that we shout out and really uplift other women and other people that we come in contact through this through this opportunity. Excuse me. So your goals this month are going to be, you're gonna help 3 people. You're gonna help 3 women or men, doesn't matter. I help women get started in our challenge group with a challenge pack. That's either with Shakeology on Home Direct, or that's with a challenge pack with Shakeology and access to the workouts. Okay, so all of you guys signed up with a challenge pack, so you know what that is. You're going to help 3 women by inviting, by posting, by giving calls to actions in your post, and you're going to help them get signed up. That's going to be your goal every month as a business builder, okay? So 3 women, that equals Success Club 6. So for every challenge pack that you sell, every woman that signs up with a challenge pack, you get 2 Success Club points. You want to help 3 to hit your goal that month. Your next goal this month is going to be hitting Emerald. That is signing up 2 women as 2 people, challengers, as a coach, whether a discount coach or a working coach. You know, I told some of you guys today, invite friends who are interested in coaching to start with you. You don't have to wait till you've been a coach for a while to invite people to coach. Invite them now. You can grow together. They can go through this training with you. But when you invite 2 people, and this image kind of shows you put 2 people under, you have legs as a coach, a left leg and a right leg, but you want to coach on each leg. And like I said, they could be discount working, it doesn't matter. But when you have 2 active coaches under you, then you advance to Emerald. When you hit Emerald, you open up the doors to really unlock the compensation plan. You start to earn cycle bonuses, and you also get leads from Beachbody if you're an Emerald coach and you're hitting Success Club. Leads being, those are people that just go to Beachbody's website and order Shakeology or order workout program or sign up for All Access. And whenever they do that without a coach, they assign them to you as a coach, and you get the commission and the volume from their orders, okay? And you're also creating residual income as a coach when you start to hit Emerald. That means you've got customers, you've got coaches who are drinking Shakeology, and that they're continuing to do so. And then that means that you are continuing to earn residual income. This is just the business activity tracker. Again, it's in your coach online office. It's in the Vemma Phi training. I would definitely, like as a new coach, I would print this off. I would fill it out every week, and I would send it to my coach every Thursday, because the business week starts over on Thursday. And it's just a way to track those 4 vital behaviors. Like, you can sit down every single day confidently knowing this is what I have to do as a new coach. You don't have to sit down and say, wake up and say tomorrow, I don't know what I'm supposed to do today, because you just print this off. You look at it. You can use a PDF. You don't have to print it out, I guess. But, just check off each box as you do it. Add 3 new people to social media. You've got to expand your network. Post 3 times on social media or in Instagram stories. Start 3 new conversations. Invite 3 people to a challenge group. Follow up with the people that you've been talking to. Talk to people about the coaching opportunity. Recognize somebody each day in some way through a post or a story, and then just track it. Track it. I can guarantee you, if you are sitting down and you are filling this out and you are genuinely doing these things every week, you will hit Success Club. You will hit your goals. Some important information that you guys need to know. Obviously, the National Wake Up Call is every Monday at 10 o'clock. I shared today's in our team page. You can watch that, or you can call and listen to it. Go through your first 30 coach training. Be plugged into Vemma Phi to your coach training. We have these Monday night calls for new coaches every Monday at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. We have our team call the first and third Monday of each month on Saturday morning at 8:30. Make sure you're plugged into a challenge group, that you're actively participating as a challenger, that you launched your business. I'm tired. Launched your business, and that you hit Success Club. Because, guys, when you hit Success Club your first 3 months in a row as a coach, you earn your free ticket to Summit. That is our annual Beachbody event. It's every summer. This summer it's in June, and it's in Indianapolis this year. And so that's a huge goal for you guys. Like, that's a great place to start. If you hit Success Club and you become a success starter and you earn that ticket to Summit, then that is a great, great foundation for your business. So definitely shoot for that. And again, this first month, you're aiming for Success Club 5, really Success Club 6, because you get 2 points for each person. You're going to enroll 2 coaches to hit Emerald. You are going to either co-host or you can run your own challenge group if you want to this month. Like I see in you guys the ability to do that. If you get 3 challengers this month, you've got a challenge group. So if you want to run your own, you can. But if you're not ready, you can definitely add them to mine this month and run your own next month. These are just a couple more suggestions as far as personal development. I love the compound effect. I actually started with the Slight Edge, which is very similar to the compound effect. But these are really good suggestions for you guys to just stay plugged in and keep your business mind focused. Because if you're just winging it, if you're not learning yourself, if you're not pouring into yourself with oh yeah, here, this is, hold on, let me show you this too. If you're not pouring into your own development, then you're going to get off track, you're going to get discouraged, and you're going to quit. Like, I can just tell you. But if you will trust the process, like, this works. And I know it was so much information. I know you're probably like, I'm in overload, I want to quit. I just don't want to wake up tomorrow. But just wake up tomorrow. Post your selfie, drink your Shakeology, check into your challenge group, go invite 3 new women tomorrow to do something amazing with you, and then you get up and you do it again the next day, okay? So now I am done talking, and I want to hear from you guys. Like, what questions do you have? Do you have any questions? Do you want to tell me about some conversations that you're already in that you need help with? Just shoot. Y'all are giggling. Anybody? If you don't, that's okay. That's a lot of information.
I have a lot of questions. I just can't think of one at a time.
Okay. If you have some, just shoot.
So would you suggest, you were saying Canva is a good thing to use to like start like using your pictures and things like that, like putting together, especially like with the meal plans and stuff. I want it to look as nice as possible.
Yes.
But it seems like a lot. Like, I'm like lost. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay, let me show you. Let's see. Here we go. Can you see my screen? Okay. I just actually downloaded this one that says Layout. And it's an Instagram app. But because I always do square photos, because I post on Instagram and then I post, I usually use the same photo for Facebook. And if you take your pictures, you can just, like, if you want to do a collage, like if I want to do a collage of my food, of my workout from today, and then of something like that. So it puts them together up here at the top where it says choose layout, and I can pick like how I want it to look, and so I really like it. So, obviously my photos for the most part have good lighting because I really try to focus on that, but I can even move them around. It says I can mirror. I don't know how. I haven't played with it that much. I can put borders on it. See how it put a little border around it. I can replace a photo. So like if I want to replace that photo with something else, I don't know. I'm just playing with it. Look, here's Henry. I'll give you Henry. Oh, he's upside down. That's weird. Okay. And so like that, it's just super simple and easy to use. So that's a really good one if you want to do like a collage. So what else? As far as pictures, what else do you have? What are your picture questions? Well, I got it up here.
Also, too, you were talking about a device that you bought that you can snap a picture from across the room. I didn't catch that when my son was.
And this actually came. This came with this thing right here.
Oh, okay.
But it comes with a lot of, like, if you just buy one of those little tripods.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where mine is. I think I broke it. But if you buy one of those little tripods, a lot of them come with this. Okay.
Okay.
So
I sometimes buy things off of this website called Wish,
mm-hmm.
and I was like wondering, I wonder what I should be looking into to getting. You know, I don't have a lot of money, but I
No.
wouldn't mind getting like a tripod or something. I do actually have that smaller thing that you showed up. I actually have that same exact one.
Yeah.
The light, which is great.
Oh, the
I love
light.
it.
Yeah, the light. This thing is
Yeah.
cool. The little circle
Yes.
light.
Oh, no words.
It's
Yes,
great.
I have that.
Shoot, I may have broken it. And then like a selfie stick. Like if you just want a selfie stick, you know, like as a new coach, I would just prop my phone up. I would just prop my phone up on things and take a picture. You don't have to have a selfie stick. Yeah. So just good photos, like where they're not really dark, and you know, make sure your face is in a lot of them, and that people know that it's you, who is in the photo. So that's really good. But I mean, like if you saw my first photos, it's funny. I wonder if I have any in here. My early photos were rough. Like I didn't know what I was doing. So, and now I just play with them. I like have a lot of fun with them now. So,
Rachel, how much was the compound effect?
it's like $10 on Amazon. Yeah. Actually, I think that if you go to our team page, the team ShareACart page, in the files section, there's actually a PDF in there of the whole book. You just have to read it.
Oh, it's so awesome. I have to look at that.
Yeah, so you can do that. So you just have to read it from your phone or whatever. I have to have a book. Like I have to have a book in front of me. Like it helps me. You can also listen. I listen to personal development on Audible. It's an app on your phone. You do have to pay, have a membership for it, but you can listen to your audiobooks too.
Okay.
If you wanted to, but you do have to pay for that. But if the PDF of the compound effect is in our team page under files.
Is it free?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Anything else? Anybody? All right. Well, good. Next week, we are going to talk some more about like specific invite examples. You've got that stuff. You've got those examples in that Vemma Phi training. You know, so definitely use those. If you have somebody that you're like, Rachel, I know this girl, she'd be a great coach, or I know this girl, she's really wanting to work out and eat healthy, and I really want to help her, but I don't know what to say. Like, post in our message thread. I want to share examples with you. I want to give you guys ideas. That's what I'm here for. Don't be afraid to ask questions. All right. If you start a conversation, if somebody responds to your post and they're like, hey, I want to know more about the challenge group, and you're like, I don't know what to say, go back to those questions that are in the coach training. Ask them questions. Don't word vomit, but build a relationship. That's like, I love to say that we are professional friend makers. Like that's one of the things I love so much about coaching, is that I can't help somebody if I don't make a genuine connection with them. You know, I can sell Shakeology all day long, but I'm not going to help someone if I don't really, if I'm not invested in them as an individual. And I think as Christians, that's what we're called to do, you know. And this opportunity, like, guys, I've been able to say Jesus's name like 1,500 different times in different conversations and talk to people about him because I started a conversation about health and fitness, you know. And so that is what I'm very, very thankful for, that and what this allows us to do from that standpoint as well. So, all right, it is 9 o'clock. Do you guys, if you have more questions, I'll answer them, but I don't want to keep you up like super late. Adrian's probably asleep over there. It's 10 o'clock her time. All right, well, I'm going to say a prayer, and then I'm going to let you guys go, okay? All right. God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for these beautiful women that are here in front of me tonight. God, thank you for this opportunity and how it has changed my life. God, I pray that you would please help me to communicate, to encourage them, to lift them up in prayer daily, God. And just, God, I pray that you would give them a boldness and a confidence that can only come from you as we do seek to help women, to encourage them, to lift them up, and to point them in a direction that they can change their health as well, God. I pray that you would bless our efforts. I pray that you would please, God, open doors for us to walk through so that we can start conversations, and just give us boldness in our conversations and in our posts. And God, even when we're afraid and things it's just intimidating and overwhelming, help us to lean into you and to grow in our relationship with you as much as anything else that we do here with this business. Thank you so much for your blessings. Thank you for Jesus. In his name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, ladies. Well, I will see y'all next week, same time, okay? All right, bye.